Bizarre beauty standards around the world. Hello everyone, welcome back to Ahmed Media. Before continuing, don't forget to subscribe, like and share it with your friends, and be sure to watch it until the end. Enjoy. Beauty standards have been different all around the world, and that is why we need to respect them. Everyone has a different view of being beautiful, and that is why today I'm showing you beauty standards around the world. Tamoko. Tamoko is the permanent marking on the face and body as traditionally practiced by Maori, the indigenous people of New Zealand. James Cook described the tradition of Tamoko in 1769 and was fascinated by it, and we can understand why the Maori body drawings have been and still are impressive. Traditionally, ladies get tattoos on their lips, chin, and around the nostrils, while the men had tattoos all over their faces. Tools similar to blades made from albatross bones were used to create tamoko. The skin was cut to add a pigment made of grit and other natural ingredients. After the process, the person's face would swell up, so the Maori invented special funnels to feed people after getting tamoko. In the late 19th century, they started using modern needles, which greatly reduced the danger. The tamoko culture was almost lost. It was until the 90s that the tamoko culture was reborn again. Neck rings. The Kayon people who live in Myanmar and Thailand have something that makes them special and unique, a practice that you won't find anywhere else. They have rings to stretch the neck. Local women are known to wear alloy rings around their necks. This unusual accessory increases the length of the neck. Girls start wearing rings at the age of 5. Over the years, the loop is replaced by a longer one. The weight of the alloy pushes down the collarbone and compresses the ribcage. The neck itself does not increase in length, but the compression of the bones creates this appearance. This tradition is super old and almost impossible to trace back. Some scientists believe that the neck rings gives a woman the resemblance to a dragon. If a woman takes her rings off, she doesn't die. Her neck muscles weaken after many years, but even if she wears the rings for 40 years, she can get back to normal in a couple of days. Some Kayon women still use the neck rings, but some don't, as they are scared of the health risks. Teeth sharpening. In general, modern dentistry is similar in all countries. People get their teeth fixed and filled, remove things that can no longer be fixed, and so on. But there are more surprising dental operations such as teeth sharpening. Many cultures have practiced this form of body modification in Bali, Indonesia, in a ritual known as potong gigi, which literally means cutting teeth. The canines are specially filed. This separates ties with your animal instincts and emphasizes that you are ready to become an adult. In Mayan culture, by contrast, members of the high society would sharpen and sometimes carve patterns in their own teeth to make them stand out. In other cultures, people sharpen their teeth to imitate predators like sharks. The most famous example is Otopenga, who lived in the late 19th century and early 20th century. Teeth sharpening is still practiced today in some African tribes. Of course, it's not easy to understand this ritual, but in the end, everyone has their own ideas regarding beauty and we should respect them. Tiny feet. The Chinese practice of tiny feet is an ancient tradition that emerged in China in the 10th century and was practiced until the 20th century. Even today, researchers are still debating about the origin of the tradition, and there are several different theories. The most popular one is the story of Emperor Li Yu, who asked his concubine to bind her feet with white silk. The ruler wanted her feet to look like a curved moon or a lotus when she danced on the points of her feet. Other ladies began to imitate her, and then the practice of foot binding spread among upper-class women. Such modifications severely deformed the feet, and many Chinese women could not move normally without special load issues. And how can you walk normally when your feet look like those of a doll? However, women with bound feet worked in the fields, danced, and even performed in the circus. It's a mystery how they managed to do it because the deformation of the foot was very painful. Fortunately, after centuries of tradition, foot binding was banned, and this happened in 1912. Mendi. Indian body art is called Mehndi and has become famous all over the world and is constantly practiced by Indian women and girls. Mostly they use henna to create drawings on their hands and feet. This tradition is very popular for weddings. It is believed that the complex patterns must be drawn by a person in a happy marriage, and that way the same fate awaits the new family. It takes a long time to create a Mehndi because the thick layer of henna needs time to dry. It's also believed that the darker and more intense the color, the better the future of the couple will be. Also, the drawings themselves are beautiful and fascinating, but there are also some problems. Even though henna itself does not cause allergies, many manufacturers add extra colorants, which can lead to dermatitis, rashes, swelling of the skin, and cause many other unpleasant effects. But that doesn't stop Indian women who are willing to do anything to shine at their weddings. Lip plates. Piercings are traditional in many cultures, as well as other unusual modifications, but lip plates are perhaps the most unusual ornament on the planet. Large discs of clay or wood are inserted into a hole made in the lip, stretching it out. This technique is similar to that of ear tunnels, but instead of the earlobe, it's done to the lip. This type of adornment is common in African tribes. In some places, lip plates are usually accompanied by the removal of 2 lower front teeth, or sometimes even 4. In some cultures, they wear plates on the upper lip, as well as many sources suggest that the size of the ornament depends on the person's position in the tribe. However, due to the natural properties of the skin, the diameter of the plate may well indicate only the period of time it has been used or the person's patience. Now, the largest lip plate was recorded in Ethiopia. It was 59.5 centimeters in circumference and 19.5 centimeters wide. Generally, lip discs are also associated with the transition to the adult world. Young women start using them from the age of 13. In many tribes, this was mandatory, but today many women can choose whether or not to follow the tradition. The first examples of these lip plates date back to the 8700 BCs. Okay guys, that is it for today's video. If you liked it, please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share it with your friends. Please let us know down in the comment section below what your suggestions are. Have a great day and a fantastic one.